Sonic Racing Crossworlds is peak. You heard it here first. I believe Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a borderline masterpiece. With customizable vehicles, 23 characters, and an additional 33 coming within the first year alone. Crossplay, a jukebox, use whatever song you'd like on any track, a friendship reward system, and much more. What doesn't this game have? Well, today, I'm here to answer that question and tell you why I think this game is special and what I'm a little worried about. What's going on, guys? It's Genetic here. Today I've got a bit of a rant about Sonic Racing Crossworlds and why I think it's the best of the best. So to start with, we have the customizable karts. Guys, this is one of the biggest selling points for the game, and it's why I'm so excited. I could go on talking about the customizable karts all day. As someone who's normally a competitive gamer and just plays games to grind rank all day, I'm going to tell you right now, I've spent hours alone just going in and changing the way my vehicle looks, going through Twitter and Discord chats, looking at other people's vehicles and how I can improve my own, and doing so much more with it. It's been so much fun. And again, this is one of their biggest selling points with this game, the customizable karts. Being able to go in, you can change your decals on the front and the back. You can change the horn that your car has with tons to choose from. You can have an aura with your car, and you can choose colors with every different character in the game that has their own design, and then again just create your own. It is so cool, and it's something that I see myself and so many other players down the line spending tons of hours just alone in, and it's something we've really not seen with any other kart games at all. Just being able to spend time doing that gives the player their control of their experience they have, which I think is so important in modern gaming, especially at the price point that's at, to be able to choose what you want your car to look like and to go in and race around with that. I think that's so cool, and it has so much potential also down the line for content as well. I can see big content creators having competitions on who's got the coolest car. So much potential with the customizable karts and extreme gears in this game, man. I'm so excited to spend hours just creating my own cool car. Next, we got 23 characters in the base roster, plus the additional 33 DLC down the line in that first year. We're going to start with the 23 characters, and have to start with mentioning the rival system, which is another selling point for this game, a major one, and has me so hyped. Again, this is really the first time we've seen all of these Sonic characters in one game like this in a very long time. But characters like Sonic and Jet haven't been in a game for around 15 years, so getting their own rivals dialogue is just awesome. And there's also a lot of characters that haven't really had their own time to shine in a game, right? For me, I just figured out that I really like Espio, and some of the rivals dialogue that he had with some of the other characters, he just seemed like a funny dude. And now I'm kind of an Espio fan, and I see myself playing as him when the game comes out. It's something that is created because you have all this different dialogue. You figure out more about these characters, and I think it's so cool. And it's that lore piece that now we figure out more, and especially for new players who haven't seen all of these characters before, you begin to have a liking for some of these characters. It's just such a cool feature for this game. And then that doesn't even include the extra 33 characters, right? We're gonna have 4 additionally if you brought the deluxe edition. You get Werehog, 9, Rusty Rose, and Dread, a part of the DLC Deluxe. And you have the additional Super Sonic, who's not available online because dude is absolutely busted. But again, another character there. You have the 13 additional free characters. I think we know at least 7. We have Miku, Joker, Ishiban, Knights, who we think is coming along with II, right? Because we saw them on the back of the box for the game, but we don't know if that's confirmed yet. But I'm pretty sure it is, guys. And then Tangle and Whisper. We did see Tangle in official comic art for the game, so I have to assume, and along with Whisper's extreme gear colors being in the game, that there's a high chance that we're going to see them as well. So 6 more additional characters, free characters down the line that we don't know yet, and then the 15 additional characters from the season pass, where we know we're getting Mega Man, Pac-Man, Avatar, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Minecraft, SpongeBob. I mean, so many different characters coming in, and I'm just beyond ecstatic to try all of them. It's just insane, the amount of characters and everything, IPs coming together to make this game possible. I'm just super pumped. That leads me into the next one we're talking about, which is the crossplay, which I've got to keep it real, might be the biggest thing that this game has in terms of marketability. Crossplay is something that I feel like all modern games should have. And for anyone who doesn't know what that means that if I'm on PlayStation and my friend's on PC, I can play with my friend if they're on a different console than I am on, right? So this is great, first because that pretty much always means the game will survive with a player base that's pretty healthy, right? Because there's almost always going to be someone who's on Xbox or PS5 or PC or Switch playing the game. So there's always going to be some sort of player base. That also means that if I'm someone who's on PlayStation 5, I can always just go and play with my friends on PC, which is so important to a lot of people when getting this game. I want to just be able to play with my friends online, and I don't feel like I want to have a Switch 2 to play with all my other friends, right? So for Mario Kart World, you have to have a Switch 2 to be able to play. And so now you have to buy an entirely new console and with the game to just be able to play the singular game that you want to play, instead of just being able to buy the game. So I love this decision from Sega, and I'm not going to lie, massive selling point, and it's going to bring in a lot of players because now they can go on, they can play with their friends, and they know the game will probably have a healthy player base almost at all times because there's always going to be someone with crossplay. Next is the Jukebox, which is a more recently announced feature. The people found it when they got those review copies. It is so cool. Basically what the Jukebox is it allows you to put in whatever song you like into the current track's song. So for example, let's say Pathos, which is from Sonic Racing Unleashed, or Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Unleashed the Pathos, right? And they used a new remix for Pathos. Well, guess what? If you don't like the remix, you can use the original soundtrack for Pathos and put it in. It's like, oh my goodness, that's just crazy. I know a lot of people who hated the remix, so now you get that song. And this is just more and more customization that I think this game does so well, just letting the user play the way they want to. And that's the thing that gets me the most excited about this game, because whether I'm someone who wants to hear all the new songs, someone who doesn't want to hear anything new, they want the OG stuff, I can style my own car, style my own music, or play the way I just want to play. And I love that so much about this game. And that leads me into the friendship reward system. So if I'm a fan of Sonic, what this means is I can basically use my Dodonpa tickets and use those into developing a greater friendship with Sonic. And basically when I do that and I give Sonic my Dodonpa tickets, he gives me a reward in return. So it's kind of like I'm tipping Sonic and he's giving me better service, and that better service is a reward, right? So in the case of this game, I think there were different skins that you can earn from using the friendship reward system and using your Dodonpa tickets, and some other things too. It's just so cool. And again, just another thing to grind. It feels like there's always something to do, whether it's playing online and trying to rank up, or going to fight all of your rivals so you can get supersonic, or even now here with the friendship system and using your Dodonpa tickets to get more rewards from all of the characters in the game, which would take a very long time to grind. Tons of different things to get excited for this game, and it's good for both casual and competitive players, which is just great. Whether you're someone who just likes to play ranked and grind and be sweaty and learn all the optimal gadget builds and doesn't care about the way they build their car, or someone who wants to go in and be really technical and create their own really, really cool custom car, or go in and fight all of your rivals and max them out. And so that, because it's so cool with the rival system, when you fight your rival, they're getting better as you do, right? So you could be someone who goes in all day and fighting against your rivals so that they get better and better, and you're getting better and better. Or you're just like someone who loves time trial, and you go in and you want to get max time trial so you can get all of the Jukebox songs, right? You want to get A's. Or maybe you're someone, like I said, you're a competitive guy who wants to get to the top of the time trials in the world, the best scores possible, right? This game has that for everything, for everyone. It has something for everyone to do. And I think the fact that it caters to not just casual or a competitive audience, but to everyone at once, makes this game so special, because a lot of games focus on one but not the other. But the fact that they found a healthy mix is what makes me more excited than anything else for this game. And that leads me into what this game doesn't have, and the only things that I'm really worried about for the game. First thing is no voices. So you may already know, most people do, and this has been a huge topic all over social media, that almost every additional character in the game so far that's been revealed outside of Miku has not had a voice. So for the deluxe edition, if anyone got that and is playing 3 days early, and you had 9, right, Rusty Rose, Dread, and Werehog, none of them have voices. They do have their own special victory songs for getting first, but they do not have their own voices or anything else, right? And I can understand why that would stop you from even purchasing the game. For some people, now, this isn't me. I'm not all into the immersion of a character and their voice, but I do know that there are people who feel like by not having a voice on a character, right? Like, let's say down the road, Tangle and Whisper get added, and they don't have voices. Well, someone might have bought the game for Tangle and Whisper, and guess what? They don't have voices, and it feels immersion breaking, because it's almost like it's a character that I could just mod into the game myself and not, be excited for and buy the game for. And it just feels like, it would be lazy from Sega to do it that way instead of getting voice actors for some of these characters. But there are a lot of licensing issues. I understand that, and it does cost Sega more money. So it is what it is, but I can definitely understand where you're coming from. If you're someone who said, hey, I'm not going to get the game because the characters I want to play don't have voices, I understand that. And the second thing for me was the pricing. Guys, the game, regular edition is $70, and for deluxe is $90. It is absurd, and it is what it is. And it does stop a lot of people from investing into the game because, guess what? You may be someone who was like, oh, well, I just got Mario Kart World for $70, or I guess even more, right? Because you have to get a Switch too, so you're spending about $500. Do I really want to spend more to get another racing game, even if I think the game looks good, or even better than Mario Kart World? And a lot of people would say, no, I don't. I already have this game now that just came out. Let me invest time into this instead. And so it's very understandable to me that a lot of people won't want to play Sonic Racing Crossworlds because it just cost a lot to get into. I would have a tough time convincing my own friends to get this game when they look at the price point. They're like, hey, there's a lot more I could do with $70 or $90 right now in my life than get a Sonic racing game that I might not even play for more than a month, right? Depending on how much they enjoy the game. And that's why the free demo exists, and I've seen a lot of people going in and hyping that up as well and saying they really have enjoyed the game. They've come into my chat and said that they love the game through the demo, and now they're going to actually get the game. But not everyone is that way, right? And especially since you don't get that online experience, some people will feel like they don't really get the full thing, and they may not get the game. So those are really the big two things I look at when I say this game might not reach the heights that I feel like it should reach with all of the other great things, because I feel like those two things do have an effect on the amount of people who are interested in this game. But I don't think it'll stop it from being what I would call a borderline masterpiece. And in racing genre, probably the best game we've seen almost ever. And definitely Sega's top racing game ever. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. And guys, don't forget to create your own Sega account so you can get the Blue Star Extreme gear when the game drops. I believe you have from the 21st until the 31st of October to get the vehicle. So you're going to have a lot of time, but it's better early than late, right? You want to start going out and making sure you handle all that so you can just go in and not have to worry about it later. Plus, for anyone who's interested, anyone who's a big ranked grinder, I'm going to have my own Discord server for anyone who reaches Legend rank so we can all kind of get to know each other. It's going to be our own small community up there, so why not all get to know each other and create a big friend group where we can all queue up together and have a good time. So thank you guys for watching. Launch is almost here. We are less than 24 hours away Supposedly PC got delayed, but we're not sure yet. We'll figure it out soon. I'm so excited for this game. I've been waiting for months, and some of you have been waiting for years for this next big Sonic game to come out. And now here we are. So thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you guys on the racetrack. See you guys later.